Okay, it's all clear.
All right, thanks, Tish. All right, we can go ahead and get started. Calling the board meeting to order at 5:03. Has there been a declaration of public notice?
There has.
Possible action items. First one is 2021-2022 collective bargaining agreement with Mgea teachers.
Okay, well, I can begin and then, Susan, I don't know if Susan, if you want to set it up, whatever you'd like to do.
That's okay. You can go ahead.
Okay. So, there's three different action items tonight that we're asking for the board to take action on. The first one is the actual collective bargaining agreement. And Jared did prepare a memo that kind of breaks down, the overall compensation. And the most important thing is that the actual collective bargaining agreement is determined according to state statute that it could be a maximum of the CPI that's established, by the WRC, which is 1.23%. So the first document you're being asked to approve tonight is just the base wage agreement, which really gives 1.23% per teacher, which is a partial step on the salary schedule. Then the next two items will get into the supplemental pay, to add on to that.
Susan?
I move approval of the 2021-2022 collective bargaining agreement with the Mgea teachers as presented.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Susan Manning?
Aye.
Susan Fox?
Aye.
Andrew?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
Eric?
Aye.
Lorene? Aye. Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Right, next is 2021-2022 Teacher Supplemental Pay.
Okay, so we're really pleased, I think, to bring forth this proposal for the board's consideration this evening. Our personnel committee, worked really hard at that with Mgea to come together for this agreement on supplemental pay. And so, again, on that summary sheet that was on the last item, the additional supplemental, first of all, of $138,000 is enough so everyone, we're able to honor the step increases on the salary schedule. So this means that every returning teacher this year gets their next step, which is $1,100. And then in addition, the entire salary schedule is increased by $2,000 per cell, which means, again, that every teacher will receive a $2,000 increase retroactive to the beginning of the school year. And so that $2,000 per cell was a result. Basically, we're able to fund that through the operational referendum in 2020, and really important piece of trying to have fair and competitive salaries for our teachers.
Susan Fox?
Well, I guess I would just add that, one of the goals when we were talking about the referendum, one of the needs we talked about was to boost our salaries, obviously, in general. And this boosts our starting salary to start at $43,000, which is at least currently more competitive. I mean, we know that everybody else is getting increases, but it puts us in a better shape in terms of hiring. So that was the main thing. So given that, I move approval of the 2021-2022 Teacher Supplemental Pay as presented.
We have a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, all right, any further discussion? Susan Manning?
Susan or Dan, would you guys just elaborate as you did the discussions, that issue that we've continued to address about kind of equalizing those teachers that are in the middle? I know that you address that here, but I think it would be nice for the public to hear that piece, because it always continues to be a concern, and you guys seem to be able to clarify it well.
Well, yeah, I think it's something that we've worked on the last few years, and what Susan's referring to is, for a long time when we were under a contract, the contract basically held administration for a long time to only honoring 2 years of experience with every new hire. So someone could come new to the district, moving in from a different district or another state, have 8 or 10 years of experience, and the district would only give them 2. That was the max. And then with Act 10, that of course negated the whole contract, and it left teachers more in a position to negotiate for their individual wages when they go to different districts. So at that point, we started hiring people more like, honoring all their years of experience. So that teacher who had 8 years of experience comes to Monona Grove, they get recognized as having 8 years of teaching experience. And what started to happen, in addition, we did bump our base wage up, which was notoriously low in Dane County. And even though that was balanced by retirement benefits, the wages were an issue. And so in bumping that up and in no longer having any, thing that, it was a competitive market, basically, fair market. We were hiring teachers, honoring all their years of experience. So a teacher would come new into Monona Grove with maybe 8 years of experience at a higher wage. And that would put them closer to what our teachers who'd been here that long or longer were making. And there was just a feeling of concern among teachers who were hired at lower salaries that they didn't get the chance to catch up. And we've kind of worked on that with some of our veteran teachers over the last few years, but we really didn't have the money to put everybody on the step that they would be on if we were to count everybody's years of experience. So we just kind of whittled away at it a little bit. And we were initially went into this bargaining thinking we might, we having some discussion about that. And then we thought, we really just, when we talked about this referendum, we talked a lot about attracting and retaining and really needing to make our salaries competitive in Dane County. And in the end, it just seemed like the more we only have that limited pot of money, and this is the fact that we passed this referendum is the only way we were able to do this, to increase the salaries. We just felt like at this point, it would be most fair to most of our teachers to give everyone the benefit of this increase and put all the money into that. And that's kind of where we landed through negotiating with the Mgea. So there were discussions, but it was just decided that we really could never catch everybody. We'll never have the money to catch everyone up. So at some point we just need to say, okay, maybe we need to put that aside and just raise the salaries to the extent that we can. Anything, is that about right, Dan, or anything you'd add?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you mentioned, this has been a work in progress as we transition to the current, compensation plan and salary schedule. And so the reality is the steps don't necessarily means years of experience. In fact, hardly anyone is aligned as far as actual experience, as far as the step that they're on. So,
right. Yeah, that's a good point. Even some of the teachers coming in, I don't know that they were all put on their years of experience. It was kind of what step they were hired on. So, so there are some differences. But
Doesn't appear to be any other questions, so we can go to roll call vote. Susan Manning,
Aye.
Susan Fox,
Aye.
Andrew,
Aye.
Eric,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Lorraine, ayes have it, motion is carried. Next is the revised teacher compensation plan.
okay, so this document just reflects essentially what you just approved. And we do have a compensation plan. The most important piece is the appendix at the end, the salary schedule. And, the narrative in the first couple of pages just talks a little bit about, how teachers are placed and based upon, license and so on. But so this just reflects, again, the new supplemental pay that was just approved. And so formally, we should have the board approve this document as well as our updated compensation plan.
Andrew,
I move approval of the revised teacher compensation plan as presented.
Second.
Second.
Okay, I think it was Susan Fox. And then any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Susan Manning,
Aye.
Susan Fox,
Aye.
Andrew,
Aye.
Eric,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Lorraine, ayes have it, motion is carried. Next is motion for adjournment.
I move we adjourn.
Okay, all those in favor?
Yeah, second.
I second.
Oh, you did. Okay, sorry.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Have a happy holiday,
Happy
everyone.
holidays,
Yeah.
everybody.
All righty.
Bye.
See ya.